Silence, please. Thank you. Students, please. Teachers. Good morning, dear students, teachers, and authorities. The last 160 years have shaped us, have made who we are now for certain. The huge changes as San Gabriel School we decided to embrace some years ago offered new perspectives to all of us. Our school has never stopped adapting to provide our students opportunities to grow as theirs. Although we are now officially a bilingual school, our kids have no problems to meet any requirements international universities may ask. The constant change, globalization, and immediacy demands let us face the new century skills. Cooperative work and innovation are now what define us. We sooner understood English is a vital tool for our students to get where they want to be. Our kids really understand what for and with others mean. Thank you. Have a good day.
Hello, hello. Yeah. Thank you, hermano. Thank you. Thank you very much. 160 years. Such a thing, huh? A few years ago, some visionaries paved the way to get us right here, where we are now. They had this wonderful idea to push English in our school. Not easy? Of course not. Some people like Father Rolando Calles, people like Pam Dungy, people like wonderful teachers that are no longer here with us anymore, did this. Today, Roberto Salas and our wonderful team, teachers team, keep up the hard work, you know? Yes, we try to do our best every single day. We work with projects, we have learned how to work in cooperative work, and this is what we are. And this is wonderful, guys. So welcome to our English convention. More than a wolf in a pack. Yes. So this is it. Welcome.
Well, I think that you are totally right, teacher. Well,
I'm always right, please.
not always, teacher. Don't you remember that time?
I don't want details. Thank you very much. Hey, Mr. Independent Republic. Yeah? You have something to say?
Drama on.
Yeah.
Well, I consider myself like Galapagos. So, you know, teacher, in fact, I think I got superpowers.
Superpowers? Like, superpowers like Spider-Man, Superman? What are you talking about?
Exactly, as every single Gabrielino. And I have someone who can tell you about it. Sophie, please, come here.
Yeah. Let's welcome Sophie, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Como que, párate.
Let me introduce Sofia Barca. She is in 7th grade. And with the topic, I am a superhero, I am a Gabrielino, she is going to explain to us that when you learn and practice some values like respect, empathy, and love, you are like a superhero. You are a role model.
I'm a superhero. I'm a Gabrielino.
Yeah.
What is a superhero? When we think in a superhero, we think in Superman, Iron Man, or Spider-Man. Those that we see in DC and Marvel movies. But they are not the only superheroes or the ones in the real life. To be a superhero, you don't need to have special powers or a costume. Just one to help others, to be a better person. Be empathic, collaborate, put our grain of sand in activities that help the community, and be an example of the new generations of Gabrielinos. So, when we study at San Gabriel School, we learn to do some activities that help the planet or help each others. Also, we practice these activities in our houses, such as watering the plants, washing the dishes, or scrubbing the floor. These activities help us to reinforce the values that the school turned to us, like punctuality, honesty, or respect. In the classroom, with my classmates, we can also do good actions by explaining them a task that not everybody understands or bring them some materials that they couldn't bring. When we grow up, we can do bigger actions, large actions that not only helps one, two people, that helps a community, like recollecting money, rescuing and adopting animals. The little ones learn to respect each other, to work as a team, to maintain the order and the cleanliness in the house, in the classroom. Thanks to this, most of the ex-students are missionaries to help the poorest people to have a decent job, to study, or to have a house. Taking this example, most of the Gabrielinos most propose to help others, as Jesus, God, and Mary teach us every day in our prayers. Thank you, and remember, all we can be superheroes.
Yeah. Fantastic. Hey, now let's gossip for a little bit. Yeah. Josue, do you know any story? I don't know, something, any curiosity about the school? Because let me tell you, every school has something there. Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, I do. But teachers shouldn't know about it. Esa es cosa de los niños grandes.
Stop speaking in Spanish, please. You see, this is what we do here at school.
I know that you hate it. That's why I made it.
Oh God, this is love and hate, guys. This is love and hate. And teachers know what I'm talking about. We love you guys, but sometimes we hate you too. Yeah, totally. Yes. Guys, let's welcome Stefano. He has something to say. Come on.
Did you know that a long time ago there used to be some dogs in the bell hall and the students were not allowed to walk over there?
Curious facts like this that maybe you don't know are going to be presented by Stefano Mancieri, an 8th-year student of San Gabriel School.
All right. Every one of us has heard about curious facts of our high school. Maybe our teachers or friends tell us something that is not known by many of us. I'm here to go farther with you and share some unexpected and curious facts that maybe you didn't know. Let's start. Academical facts, don't worry, we won't talk about grades, religious, and sports facts. Let's start with academical facts. I'm going to tell you 9 fun facts. First one, a long time ago, Colegio San Gabriel used to organize trips to Guayaquil, in which students built houses made of cane for people who had limited resources to live. Second, our art was important too. At school, there were musical bands that composed and played their own songs. Even there were specific dates when murals were painted. Third, in the past, our school was public. In the 19th century, the state made it private if it continued being managed by the Jesuits. Fourth, our school is part of many important associations like Confedec, RUEI, and Flaxi. I'm going to continue with the religious facts. A good San Gabriel High School student used to carry a picture of our Lolita with them. This made the students feel as good sons, good athletes, and also good students. Even a good San Gabriel High School student used to greet the Virgin at the chapel when he arrived at school. Let's continue with the sports facts. Where is the pool now? Where is the pool now? There was an empty hole where many fights took place. Of course, coordinators went there to try to stop those fights. In the second floor, where is 8th and 10th now, there were wild dogs. Students went there to bother those dogs. The dogs tried to chase the student. Of course, they ran away. And finally, the most important miracle in our high school and even in our religious lives. The Virgin Dolorosa's miracle. She blinked in front of a lot of students like you. Just imagine that. I think she did it because she wants to tell us something, but we just don't understand. Now, my friends, I have a question for you. Did you know all of these facts? Just in case you didn't, hope this could be useful for you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to get emotional. No way. No. But you know what? If there's someone that can share with you those feelings our students face when they are leaving school, it's us, teachers. Teachers who work with seniors. I don't know why. And sometimes it's overwhelming. Yes, they are like in a limbo, something like, should I stay or should I go? I mean, they want to leave, but they also want to stay. Yeah, that's weird. Well, I feel that. Something
Not hard
to say about
teacher.
it?
No, not hard to say, teacher.
Yes, not easy. But you know what? What it means to be a Gabrielino. What is that feeling about?
Stop, teacher. We know what it means to be ser el mejor colegio del Ecuador.
Yes, we know it. Of course, we are the best school in Ecuador. Yes, of course. Yes or not? Yeah, of course, we are. Yeah, totally. But hey, it wasn't my question, you see. Oh my God, are they going to pass this test? I'm worried now. Come on, let's welcome our next speaker. He's going to tell us, or he's going to share with you what that feeling is about. Let's go, come on.
Be more to serve better. The meaning of such a simple phrase is more than what it seems to encompass. It is somewhat complex, yet exciting to synthesize the characteristics of a Gabrielino, or Chucarito as we call them since they are little. Even though it's not an easy task to complete, Ignacio Toledo, a 9th grader's representative, will explain to us what it means to be a Gabrielino, from his own perspective. Ignacio will focus on 3 main points: his family influence, his school experience, and his personal viewpoint. Will you identify yourself with what he's about to tell you? Let's find out.
Hey everybody, have you ever asked yourself what makes us special? Being a Gabrielino is an attribute that we will keep for all of our lives, and it also means to have an integrated education based on 18 issues of Loyola's fundaments. Those are for and with others. Every Gabrielino who graduates from Colegio San Gabriel is very conscious about the world around us. We are part of a big and special brotherhood that is oriented to serve the community. For me, being a Gabrielino is a life promise, to become a better human being, to respect my parents, my teachers, and my friends, and to be part of a second family that I know that they will help and support me whenever I need them. But the most important meaning for me to be a Gabrielino is to keep in my heart all of my love, my life, and my faith to my Lolita, that she will guide us in our future decisions that we will take in our lives and will be very important for us. Now I'm gonna share with you some experience that I have while being a Gabrielino. The first one, when I entered the school, I was a shy person, a person that wasn't very friendly with others. I cannot be very friends with the people around me. But some classmates start talking to me and they let me feel that I was part of something big and special. The second one, when in my first spectating and watch of the Wolf Mass Reveal. But let me put in context if someone didn't know about this event. This event is held by the sixth graders of the high school. They have previous time to create their wolf that will represent their time in the college and their generation. During the event, they organize fireworks during their launch of their wolf. This event is very important for them because it will be remembered for all of their lives. Finally, I want to finish my speech with a learning on how to be a better Gabrielino for me. Is to follow my father and grandfather example because they are Gabrielinos too. They taught me to be a resilient, respectful, tolerant with others. So now I encourage you to be yourself. Be a Gabrielino, but with your own way. Help the people, help the community, but with your own way. Be yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They are just wonderful. Now, come on, guys. You know that we couldn't have any show or any event without talking about projects. You know, some of you may think that we changed, but no, we just adapt. We adapted to to you guys, because you're different. You're not your parents. You learn in a different way. Yeah? You're more creative. You are critical. I know about that. Yes? At the beginning, you didn't want to talk, and now you don't want to stop. Yes? That's true. So, our next speaker is going to tell us a little bit about it and his point of view, perspective about this matter. Let's welcome him. Come on. Come on! Yeah.
San Gabriel High School has been growing and improving along the years. A proof of that are our students who are always doing their best to show what being a Gabrielino means to them. They, more than others, know all the changes that have passed for them during their school life. Let's listen to Martín Bosmediano from 10th year, who is going to tell us more about his awesome experience at school.
Well, do you know what the skills of the new century are? In case you don't know, I'm here to explain them to you. Adapting and cooperative work. Here, in Colegio San Gabriel, our teachers help us to understand how we can apply this knowledge in order to help other people. Since 5th grade so far, my generation has been working with this new learning method. Even though there were things we liked and so things we may change, we've been able to manage all the changes that this meant. Through all this process, I've met teachers who knew how to reach students' minds and hearts. And personally, I'm too grateful to them because they knew how to help us to adapt our habits and our mindsets. For example, when I was in 5th grade, we had to do a final product for the scientific project. It was an exposition about the solar system and the outer space. Also, we had to talk about curious facts about the spacecraft and planets in general. So I decided to talk about Pathfinder, an exploration robot that was sent to Mars. From my point of view, this one was one of the best final products that I have ever done so far, because I knew how to adapt and talk in public and explain something to others. Now, I want to encourage you to never stop practicing this new learning way, because from now on, we will never stop using these skills. Thank you and goodbye.
Our kids, you're multitaskers. I couldn't understand the thing that you could write something and listening to music? How you do that? I would love to know it. Yes. But you know what is true? That you are the teachers in this school. You teach us how to do things, how teachers must behave, what you need. And we watch and we learn. Yes? And so we were talking about multitaskers, and we have one here. Let's welcome Vicky and teacher Chris, because they're going to share something with you. Hope you like and enjoy, guys. Come on. Come on. God. Ahí está.
Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so good to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights still I'm found, leaves a knot, I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. When I was your foe, still your love falls for me. You have been so, so kind to me. When I felt no worth, you bet it all for me. You have been so, so good to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves a knot, I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, no lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, no lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and tell me out and I'll let your ship be. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. The skies of your love remind me of those that keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The skies of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, if that were hurt inside of your hand, but you paid it to the beat. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turn my soul into treasure gold. You pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. It's all, it's all, it's all. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside of your hand, but you played it to the beat. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside of your hand, but you played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one of you and I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Make a home and as a marshal won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of those that keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You've had my heart inside of your hand, but you played it, you played it, you played it, you played it to the beat.
Ya, vaya, siéntate, vaya, anda y siéntate. Espérate que se sienten y se les. Ya, dale, vaya. Vale, anda. Sin papel. Sí, sí, por favor. Por favor.
Boys?
Ya hablar, sí.
We were just boys? Proud of being in a boys' high school. Well, suddenly, look at this. Girls. Toilets for girls. Skirts, for sure. Ike and Danny, they are more smart and beautiful too, so let's go.
Have you ever known of a graduated woman from Colegio San Gabriel? Of course not, because this school has never had women in its rooms till now. Let's listen to a pair of charming ladies telling us about their experience studying this noble institution. They proudly belong to the first mixed student generation in 160 years of this school, whose great majority have started their first stages since they were but little girls. I have the pleasure of introducing Victoria Leon and Martina Abril from the first year of Bachillerato.
Hello, Marty. How are you?
Hello, Vicky.
I hope you're really well. Well, you know, I was remembering the other day about the first day of school, I was really, really frightened. You know, my parents said to me, like, you will be part of the first mixed generation of students in high school, said my parents to the little 6-year-old girl who used to be me. I was timid and quite nervous, but the world's complexity was so captivating that not even the rush of the world could stop or replace my wonder. The little voice in my head encouraged me to do everything and achieve everything that exceeds my expectations. Did it happen to you?
Yeah, it actually did. You know, I want you to imagine something right now. Imagine your first day of school. How was it? How you felt? You felt terrified. You felt nervous, right? Well, I guess for you guys, obviously, it was easier than us girls because you had a lot of guy friends, and yeah, for us girls, it was a little bit terrifying. I want you to tell you guys, how do you feel? You know, I remember my first day of school. It was very terrifying for me. I was very anxious. I was in the car with my dad. I wanted him to hold my hand and come to school with me. Sadly, that didn't happen, as we saw, because I just started crying. I was an 8-year-old girl, don't blame me. So I just got there and froze. I just saw a whole group of boys.
If we have time.
Yeah, me too. I was really frightened. But you know, once a wise teacher of ours said, in life, you will find a two-sided box. On the first side, you will find the contented ignorance of people, and on the other, a potentially unsettling truth. If you choose wisely, let me tell you, you will need lots of patience and resilience. Because what's the tough role knowing life is not easy and people are not fair? Let me tell you, the depth of your struggle determines your success. And for us, that's the masterpiece.
I'm glad that a teacher told us, because most of our inspiration and our role models are the female teachers that we have, because they have been here more than we have with their male co-workers. So I guess they can understand us more. And after me and my classmates, we have been doing this for 10 years, so I guess that we are proud of where we are now. We have made a place, a voice, an opinion. We girls became shy little girls to teenage who have a lot of confidence.
Exactly, because we're never meant to be ordinary. We are here to be outstanding. Thank you.
Bossy.
Well, Marty, let's go right now. Claire, come here.
Can you stop being so bossy for
I'm
once?
not bossy at all.
Whatever.
Our next student is Joaquin Delgado from 2nd. Reading, playing volleyball, and hanging out with his friends are some of the activities Joaquin enjoys doing. Today, he'll be talking about a greatly engaging topic, far from bossy and Ignatian leader. First of all, Joaquin will be talking about the main features of a leader, such as being inspirational to others and being a meaningful guide. Then he'll address St. Ignatius' primary qualities as a leader and the way he has influenced San Gabriel school students. Next, Joaquin will make some reflections on how his day-to-day interactions with his classmates may reflect some of the features of an Ignatian leader. And finally, he'll give some valuable insight into becoming an Ignatian leader.
Okay, so first things first. We're not a bossy. We're leaders, right? But what is an Ignatian leader? That's a big question, right? Well, as a San Gabriel High School student, I found 3 characteristics that I think build up one. Let's explain them. The first one, the ability to guide the others. This is because every leader has some people behind him that he must guide to accomplish their objective, just like St. Ignatius did when he paved the way for his teammates, his friends, to establish the Jesus Company, or, I don't know, every time we're having a class and this teacher, in my case, Teacher Vic from history class, or Teacher Kami for English class, lead us to understand the topic we're talking about, right? The second one, To be inspirational. Please think of a leader. Anyone who one day show you the way or someone you know. Do you add one? A leader, anyone. No? No one. A leader? Yeah. What is your name? Jose Miguel. Who is a leader for you? Jesus. I love it. I'm moved. Okay. Don't you see him as someone who always encourages you to be better and better every time?
For example, a writer, Eduardo Galeano, is something who encouraged me to read, to be better, to study more. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's all. And you can see it in Ignatius too, because while he was alive and even after he's dead, he has been inspiring people, right? To become true Jesuits or just to improve their spirituality, just like me. And last but not least, the third one, to be resilient. Because in every group of people, especially when it comes to teamwork, there will be some problems or drawbacks that have to be faced. And the leader must do it. Obviously with the others' help, but to improve and to fix those problems. Also, when, like Saint Ignatius, because throughout his life, he always had some issue. This, something going on. Like, he got shot on his leg, right? But he never stopped growing, he never stopped developing, he never stopped trying. And he achieved all of this. These are the characteristics that I personally chose to represent an Ignatian leader. You can see them as something a little bit difficult or complicated or even easy to accomplish. But trust me when I say this, with the right desire and motivation, anyone can be a leader. I mean, anyone. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say like, you've got to be like Saint Ignatius, you have to be just like him. No, just be yourself. And remember, far from bossy, an Ignatian leader. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Growing up is a big deal. Not easy, no, no, no. My uncle once said, if you think you're going through hell, keep going, because you are. We have to teach our kids to face hard times, because hard times is what they are about to face.
Teacher, please, let me talk.
What do you want to say now?
Well, I don't want to say nothing. I just only want to bother you. but we're Gabrielinos. We always have something to say.
I can deal with this. These leaders that we raise here. Come on, let's continue. Come on.
Give me back my shirt.
God. Come on.
How hard times get the best out of you? If we analyze this question, the first thing what we focus on is in hard times. But what is it? Hard times could be maybe problems, difficult situations, bad times that we're facing. But the thing here is what can we really do in front of such a situation? And how I see it, we have two options. The first one is to run away, hide, or escape from it. But it doesn't solve anything. The problem's still been there and still existing in your life. It hasn't gone anywhere. And what are you gonna do when it corners you and you can't go anywhere? That's the exactly moment when comes the option number two. Face it and see different ways to find a solution or solve it. Or maybe deal with it because there are some problems that can't be fixed forever. Also, another thing that can help us is maybe a different point of view from a friend or a relative that help us refresh the way we see it. But it isn't always like that. It's just emotional intelligence and how you handle every single situation in your life. Naturally, animals don't fall in the same place twice, but us, yes. So what about learn from life, learn from our failures, learn from every single situation that we have faced? That's how you're gonna be prepared for life. Because in front of a bunch of issues or problems, you can just lay down in your bed, cry, and eat ice cream. Or you can turn this into knowledge. You can grab your pants, wipe your tears, and turn this into an opportunity of learning. Of learning what? Of learning life. Because if someone told you life is fair, they lied. Life is not always full of colors and it's not always pretty and perfect as we could hear it. But the thing here is that I want you to change your attitude, the way you think today, the way you think in front of a lot of problems, that you maybe think that there are no solution, that you can't solve it. Because someone once told me that the 90% of the things that we worry about don't happen. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to be prepared for problems and be prepared for life. Because the worst situations we face, the best person we become in. Thank you.
Our guys have had plenty of experiences by the time they get senior year in San Gabriel school. That means all of them are ready to face new challenges, and college is really one of them. After having gone through 8th grade to seniors, our next student will describe a little of what going to college is for them. Sebastián Rubianes is coming next.
So, we all have been through difficult decisions that sometimes we can't carry out. I'm sure that each one of us has lived by its own hell. For example, I'm sure that someone of us maybe yesterday have an art with his girlfriend. Some others are maybe thinking of who are the most handsome guys, the ones who are second or the ones who are on third, and you can't decide. Adults maybe don't know if they want to have one more child or maybe one less. However, even if all of these decisions are really difficult to take, I think that we all agree when I say that choosing a career and preparing for it is one of the most difficult decisions in the life of a student. Especially for those of us who doesn't even know what we have to present for tomorrow, and we live under the constant pressure of our parents telling us to choose a career, to search for a university, to go outside the country. I mean, it's really difficult. But I think that that's exactly how we learn. Being under pressure, falling, but especially failing. Failing is very important, and that's where I want to take the talk. Personally, I have spent years of my life making mistakes like failing to my family, failing to my friends, failing to my pet, and even more dangerous, failing to myself. But the important thing here is that I have learned from all of those mistakes and I become a better person. And that's my suggestion. I mean, don't be afraid of making mistakes. For example, if you want to study gastronomy and at the end of the hour you doesn't know how to distinguish between which Korean ear and which parsley is, don't be afraid of changing your career. Don't be afraid of losing your money. Don't be afraid of losing your time. I mean, only do whatever your heart tells you to do. Follow your passions. Do whatever you want.
¿Cómo?
But never stop doing what you like. I think that there is no better feeling and following the things that your heart told you to do. So that's my recommendation. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. For all of those who are listening to me, make mistakes. Yeah, you will cry, you will suffer, you will be like, you will want to suicide, but you will learn, and that's my recommendation. So thank you.
Come on.
Hello. I'm here to tell you 3 things I did to get a scholarship, because I have discovered this formula works for anything you want to get. So the first thing is, which pain will you choose? Because we often see inaction as the solution to avoid the pain of action, because we know it's hard to take action. It's hard to wake up earlier or to do our homework. But as I said, there exist 2 types of pain. The one that is caused by inaction. This is the worst because it makes us feel shy, feels useless. And also, the worst part of it is that it makes us watch opportunities passing us by. And on the other hand, we had the pain of action, which makes us brave, and it requires motivation and a lot of discipline. And it forces us to grow. So you decide. Number 2, keep trying. As I said, I tried and I applied and I failed. But after that, I tried again and it was harder, but I got it. So there is no more cliche, but also real phrase than no pain, no gain, guys. It requires a lot of sacrifice. But I know with a lot of love, you could get there. And number 3, have plans, not dreams. Because it is logic, not magic. Things will not come from a moment to another. Dreams comes true when you don't sleep. Yeah, that was a quote from the creator of the brand of White. That is true because it requires a lot of effort, hard work to get it. So you have to adapt yourself to be the person who you want to be. And now the point is that you has to be that person now, day by day, in every instant. Thank you.
Well, some are born with wings to fly. Others aim to be invisible and decide to jump, and no matter what. Those who believe in the endless power of transformation. I strongly believe in teamwork. That one would all have the right to shine. Because I understand how the whole is in the parts, as the parts are in the whole. If I may say something about leading, I wouldn't doubt for a single minute that it's about loyalty, responsibility, and most of all about respect. Not the ones you demand, no. I'm talking about that one you earn when you inspire, that lets you build relationships, offer tools, and opportunities. Once, someone told me, en un mundo donde todos quieren ser cuerdos, solo los locos sobreviven. And I couldn't be more agree. While I'm still learning how to lead, I meet a lot of people who help me to understand what it means to be ser fuegos que encienden otros fuegos. That's why it's not about choosing the right pack. It's about transforming any pack in your pack. Desde mi experiencia en el colegio, puedo decir que he conocido un montón de personas que me han enseñado millones de cosas. Entre ellas, que no existen sueños suficientemente pequeños. Si se sueñan con la suficientemente fuerza y se trabajan día a día, son cumplibles. También me enseñaron que cada uno de nosotros tiene algo que aportar porque de todo se puede aprender. Y un buen líder es capaz de tomar decisiones, tomar acción, y en 10 segundos es capaz de transformar la situación que se venga enfrente. Y yo sé que nosotros como gabrielinos somos líderes, estamos dispuestos a cambiarlo todo, pero tenemos que esforzarnos, trabajar y soñar duro. Un buen líder maneja las creencias, las vivencias, la experiencia, los sentimientos y el conocimiento a su favor. Todos somos líderes. Tal vez nos cueste y tengamos que esforzarnos más, pero en el fondo todos somos líderes. Y yo les pregunto, si tuvieran 10 segundos para tomar una decisión que cambie sus vidas, ¿qué decisión tomarían? Esperamos les haya gustado. Esto es more than a wolf in a pack. Suerte, chicos.
And well, wait. He was talking about pain. Yes, and so let's continue. Roberto, our coordinator, has some words for us. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, Roberto. It's yours.
Hello. Thank you so much, Cam. Such a wonderful job today, friends. First of all, I want to say good morning to all the students here, to my dear colleagues, to the dear authorities. And I want to invite to the scenario to all these dear participants, please. Come on, guys. A round of applause for them, please. Such a wonderful job, my friends. Come on, please.
You did great.
Okay, come on, very good. That's great. First of all, friends, I want to thank everyone, and I want to congratulate you. Not only due to the fact that you were able to transmit a message in English, clearly and fluently. No, my friends, the most important part about your speech was the content. As I said before, the content of every message was really, really rich and powerful enough in order to motivate everyone here, guys. Because remember, being a Gabrielino is important. Being a student is great, but being a Gabrielino is marvelous, friends. You have a lot of values inside. What is your mission? You have to transmit them, not only at the school, everywhere. Thank you so much, friends. And I want to invite to this scenario, please, Martita Peñarera. Please, round of applause for Martita, okay? The academic coordinator. She will give these diplomas to the participants who took part of this talk today. This is the diploma. Okay, the diploma says, this diploma is presented to the name of the participant for his or her successful presentation in the first talk, More Than a Wolf in a Pack. An Ignacian leader is not the one who demands respect, is the one who earns it, okay? Keep that in mind, my friends. So let's go and start with Sofía Alejandra Abarca Clavijo. Thank you so much. She was the representative of the elementary school. Let's going to continue with Stefano Manciati. From the 8th grade. Let's continue with the representative of the 9th grade, Ignacio Toledo. Representative of the 10th grade, Martín Bosmediano. Leading the first grade of Bachillerato, Doménica Victoria León and Martina Paola Vilés. Representing the second grade of Bachillerato, Joaquín Ignacio Delgado. Let's continue with the senior graders, Juan Rubianes.
Yay.
Stephen Utreras.
Yay.
Josué Patricio Espinosa.
Woo. My co-host.
And special congratulations to the one that is behind the scenario, the one who was helping us with the digital resources and so on, Franco Ortiz, that is over there. Franco.
No, he's here.
No, he's here. Franco. Magic. Thank you so much. So fast, this guy. He was there.
Everything is calculated.
And the ones that were there too. Thank you so much. No,
Thank you.
Martita, unas palabras. Unas palabritas para cerrar. Okay, let's gonna listen to some words from Matita Herrera, please.
Bueno, lo que ustedes han visto y han escuchado en esta mañana es producto de un esfuerzo del equipo de profesores de inglés y también de los estudiantes. Todo se consigue con esfuerzo, con disciplina y, como lo han dicho aquí, con responsabilidad y con liderazgo. Si no, no es posible. Haber alcanzado estos éxitos y haber alcanzado este nivel en un segundo idioma es un esfuerzo conjunto de todo un equipo. Muchas gracias a los estudiantes, a los profesores, a Roberto como coordinador del área de inglés, al hermano Guillermo, que ha permitido que el área de inglés siga creciendo y siga siendo más fuerte, más grande, más real, y que sea el vínculo, este idioma universal sea el vínculo para forjar con mucho más entereza la ciudadanía global. Muchas gracias.
Thank you guys, thank you very much. Remember that you are more than a wolf in a pack. Somos mucho más que un simple lobo de una manada. Somos gabrielinos, chicos. Gracias. Gracias.
The bow.